relating to that, what separates an acquaintance and a friend then?
It's a good question. I think time is a big factor, or like how much time you've spent together to get to know each other and go through certain experiences together.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I don't know. You guys go first.
I mean, for me, like, I think the number one thing is like I don't need to talk to someone on a deeper level to consider them my friend, but I do need to depend on this person. I mean, like, I need someone who's reliable and like dependent,
right?
Like, dependable.
Yeah,
and someone just loyal to you. You know, like making sure like in your. If you are gonna like be friends with this person, make sure like they don't like fucking talk behind your back. And like, even if they do, it's like you don't give them enough animal to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. You know, but I think that's my line of separation between a friend and acquaintance. It's being able to depend on them non-verbally.
Like you kind of like know like, oh, this person won't kind of do me wrong kind of thing.
Yeah, like that's definitely one way for sure. Yeah. I don't know. What about you? Fucking. So like what? So maybe just simplify a little more. Just like, what is it? What is your definition of a friend?
Yeah.
And the definition of an acquaintance.
An acquaintance. I would say a friend is someone who I can just like talk to about whatever, or most things that are on my mind.
Yeah.
Acquaintance is someone I get along with, but I wouldn't necessarily hang out with them outside of a certain scenario.
Yeah.
Like for example, like a work friend.
Yeah.
Right. I'm only gonna chill with you at work. Outside of work,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like school or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So a work friend is pretty much a step up from an acquaintance, but they're still not a friend, but they're just a work friend.
I'm just gonna consider him an acquaintance.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
just for ease.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think a friend is someone where you can be like, hey man, let's go grab a drink. Kind of
Yeah,
thing. Like,
yeah.
And then you can like you can chill with them one on one.
Right.
Like you have no issue. Like, and then acquaintance is someone like, it's like, oh, like you invite your friend over. It's like, oh, let's like having a barbecue and come over. He's like, oh, is it cool if I bring this person? He's like, yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But like I wouldn't like
necessarily like.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to be like, hey, man, like you gonna come kind of thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, I would be like, but like a friend is someone like who you could just call up anytime and you're like, oh, let's just go do this kind of thing. Like you kind of like, and then acquaintance is like, I feel like acquaintance you still have to try a little bit,
right?
Whereas a friend where you're just like, it's like more late, like
more laid
back.
And I find the hardest people to call acquaintances are people who are acquaintances for a long time.
Yeah.
At some point you're like, is he my friend now? Because it's been like 5 years. We do chill sometimes and we do talk. Is he a friend now? But I don't really feel that way about him.
Yeah.
Or her.
I agree.
You know
I
mean?
agree.
Like,
I agree.
That's the tough part, right? Because the word acquaintance itself, it seems very informal. It's almost like offensive, almost. You know what I mean?
It can be. Yeah.
So that's why instead of saying my friend, I would just be like, most people would be like, yo, let's choose boy.
Yeah, I think that's even more offensive though.
Yeah,
right. Like,
I always say friend no matter what. Yeah,
I think so because if like oh, how do you know thing? Oh, that's choose boy.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys aren't friends? Nah, choose boy.
I said I said it all the time about people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I say that all the time.
Oh, like that's.
I guess both can be offensive. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, do you know what happens more times than not? I'll be like, oh yeah, like he's my friend, and then he'll be like, oh, like you guys like, and then they ask me some questions like, yo, to be honest, it's like that's mainly like choose boy or something, you know? Because like I don't really know that much, right? And then they're like, well, I was still calling my friend, like, like, so it's like not acquaintance. Like, what's the actual definition of acquaintance?
A person who knows slightly, but who is not a close friend.
Basically, yeah.
Like, I don't know. If, like, let's just say, for example, right? Like, I think who's cool. Like, I'm friendly with him, right?
Yeah.
But he is more of an acquaintance.
Yeah.
But let's just say, like, oh, you know J Doe? Is that your friend? No, that's Choose Boy. I'll take offense to that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a different. That's a different context.
I'll leave that in there.
Because a lot of times it'll be like, it happens a lot at the restaurant. So then people will come in and he's like, It's like, oh, hey, my friend, like,
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
and then the waitress like, oh, is that like your friend? I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
No, I don't even know his name.
Yeah, yeah,
But, like,
exactly,
I'm just
yeah.
trying to be like
Yeah.
nice, right?
Of course, yeah,
But
yeah,
then,
yeah.
So then now they're like, is it your friend or your friend?
Right,
like,
right,
friend
right.
friend is like your actual friend.
Yeah.
Or friend is just a customer that
Gotcha.
you don't know your name. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I definitely don't use it as loosely for sure.
Yeah.
I have no friend or friend. I just have friend. I don't have friend.
No, but you know, like,
I'm not saying
Yeah,
it's
it's
wrong.
okay,
like you're just
yeah.
saying, I'm just saying that's how I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
it's just because like, when customers come in so often,
Right.
like it feels bad like that I just say like, oh, he's a regular customer.
Yeah, of
'Cause-
course.
But then it's like
Yeah.
to give you a card for Christmas is like you're more than just a customer now.
For
like,
sure.
you're
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's perfect example. It's like when we went to go eat fucking
Yeah.
that one day, and then like that's like little like thug dog guy came
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
What
yeah,
up
yeah.
to me, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's just a guy. You know
Mm-mm.
what I mean? He's not my friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
we're cool and we can exchange numbers. And
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he
yeah,
asked
yeah.
for some information, I gave it
Yeah,
to him type of
yeah.
shit. But like, if he's not my friend,
So then, I would say that's probably an acquaintance.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay.
Like, oh, yo, that's fucking Buddy's brother.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
Like,
right.
that's all I
Yeah.
can say, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get back to this.
Okay.
Normal one.
All right.
Oh, what was that? Oh, so we'll just get back.
So
So, what
what's-
do you look for? Like, what do you look for in a friend?
Equality?
Quality wise, yeah.
I was actually going to answer this for the separates true friends and acquaintances.
sorry,
But
yeah.
I think it's pretty similar. I think it's loyalty. Loyalty is huge for me,
Uh-huh.
right?
Get up. Thank you. Manolo, shoot that piece of chip. No.
And definitely try your best not to be so judgmental. See, like a friend to me is someone who is judgmental on the spot about you, but they can look past it and still be your friend.
Yeah.
That's what equates to a friend to me.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Because you can be fucking up, but then you might not be thinking you're fucking up, and they not like something you do, but they be like, "Fuck, like why'd you do that?" or like type of thing. But then you can get past it. You know what I mean? And still be your friend after that. Then that's your friend. You know what I mean? But someone who judges you from that prejudgment and still sticks with you and treats you differently from it, that's not a friend. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Kind of like they just kind of like view you totally differently and kind of like
Yeah.
they
yeah.
hold you in a different spot, then that's
Yeah,
not
and-
really a friend to you.
Yeah, see, and if people were more open about like being that like just raw, then I would appreciate that so much. Be like, yo, like you're not my kind of friend. Fine, that's cool. I'm not gonna feel no ways about that.
Yeah.
But people don't do that. Like guys are fucking bitches. Like they'll fucking put on a front, like talk
Yeah.
about you, and then fucking put on a front that they're cool to your face. So, yeah, and those are the real bitches, and those are really not your friends.
Yeah.
And that happens more times than not.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I mean?
find it like guys are a lot of guys hide it, but then girls just do you find girls like show it and more verbal about it, or do you think they're equally the same?
I think it's probably equally the same. Yeah. Yeah, probably equally the same.
Yeah.
Because like even if did we talk about this, how like different girls would have different group chats without
Yeah.
Jimmy said,
yeah.
there'll be 8 girls in 7 different group chats.
Yeah, exactly.
Or some shit like that, yeah.
It's in rotation because you
Yeah.
yourself
Yeah.
you're not in one of those group chats.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, but
That's hilarious, dude.
but yeah, like but even if do you find that even if you don't connect to one friend or something, does it make them less of a friend? Like say like you can't go to them for advice and stuff, or like you can't like talk to them about certain things because you don't feel like you're on the same level, or like they don't really understand, like they just have a different
Yeah,
mindset of
yeah,
what's going on,
yeah.
but like
But-
does it make them less of a friend though?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. I think you need to find, because you can't talk to somebody like on that level,
Yeah.
you need to find another connection with that person.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like on a different
Right.
level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I
Right.
mean. That's why I go back to like being dependent, reliable
Yeah.
and stuff. There's a lot of friends that I can't talk to at a
Yeah.
certain level, but like when I ask for something, they'll do it for me.
Okay.
Right.
And when they ask me
Gotcha.
something, when they ask me something, I will do it for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because we don't have that emotional, like deep connection doesn't mean they're not my friend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you just need to find that connection with that person on your level with them.
Yeah. Because I asked myself this question, and then it was like, I really don't have much in common with this person, but it's just like the time of the friendship.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, it's not. It's like sometimes it's like you can't really go to them for anything, and you're like only there for good times, but you can't really certainly count on them for bad times. But then it's like, are they really a friend at that point? It's like, is time only holding this bond together?
Yeah, that's why it's like
it's kind of tricky, right? Because then it's like, if for me, like if I call you like a close friend, it's like I can come to you for pretty much anything and kind of count on your support. But then like certain friends, you kind of like you don't even think of, like when trouble comes around. It's like, it's like, but then it's necessary. That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's like, I want all my friends to be on the same level, and like I'd be able to count on them. But then you just don't connect to someone in that level. Like you try to like talk to them about something, but then it's like they're not, like their mindset's not right.
And I think it's because we're older now. We're, as feminine as it sounds, we're trying to look more for that like emotional connection with people, right?
Yeah.
Because we're just more emotional people now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
my criteria back then for friends it's completely different than now. I mean, like my criteria back then for friends is this guy gonna back me up in a fight or not?
Yeah, exactly.
No, straight up.
Yeah.
And if he's not, then he's not a cool guy to me.
he a bitch.
You know what I mean? Like that's my criteria back then. Yeah.
I thought you meant like right now.
Oh no.
We don't get into fights.
No. Back then.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah.
And like back then, I wasn't trying to look for like that person to have emotional talks with because I had no fucking emotions myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.